We are back here at our favorite place, Mr. Fry's Man, right by UNLV. It is episode 5, and we have
Charles Williams.
And today we are going to see what is Charles grubbing on.
Come on. Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hey, she beat me to
Literally the Jade.
the Jay Thomas.
It's literally
How you
it.
doing? How you doing? Nice to meet you, Charles. I'm gonna try the barbecue bacon ranch chicken. Dang, veteran.
And you're going to be on it. All right, where's your card? Kidding.
Dang, hold on. Your face, like, look at that. She is the star of the show.
And then dance.
Shout out to Ricky White, newcomer.
I got to give him credit, Ricky. You're getting a lot of buzz.
Huh?
When did you get into football?
Good at football?
When did you get into football?
Oh, into. I was like, good. Ooh, that took a while. Nah, I'm playing. I started in like 4th grade, and then I've been playing ever since. I never did like flag or anything growing up, so my dad waited until I was like old enough to like handle, like, you know, an injury or something like a sprained ankle, so I could be able like just to learn how to like push through pain. But 4th grade was the right time in my opinion.
So you said, you know, I'm not going to do tag, I'm not going to do flags, we're going straight.
No, I did track after football, yeah, you're right. But no, growing up I did soccer, I did t-ball, I did basketball. Probably my last time playing basketball ever was like when I was like 5. And I did one more sport, what was it? Karate.
Karate?
Yeah.
Do you have any belts?
I was like a yellow or like, I don't know, it was like something like that. It was so long ago. But I got like little trophies, little bobblehead.
Can you show us some of your karate moves?
No. I gotta stretch first, and that takes a while, you know. I don't have my equipment with me, so.
And what made football stick out of all those sports?
Well, I was fast. I was always good at tag, so I didn't like getting tackled. Nah, it was, I think my dad just pushing me like, just to be like, it helped me become more physical, I feel like, and it taught me how, like, responsibility, like, for instance, like having a cleats and like all that type of stuff before, like, it was teaching me how to, you know, be on my own, like not always having somebody hold my hand. Did you get your stuff ready like last night? Do you really like care about like something like this? That's what really made me stop thinking about like just playing video games all day and stuff like that. But then there's also like you build like friendships and stuff too. Like I've made a lot of friends over the years, and then I think just being able to showcase my speed instead of just track was the main thing too. Why did the Drake like just kick in when I started talking?
They want us to dance.
No, I'm not feeling that. I'm not a dancer, okay? I'm a horrible dancer.
What about a singer? We can sing together.
Nah, it's gotta be like some like old school, like Mary J. Blige or something, like, or Keisha Cole.
Okay, we can get down with that.
Nah.
And
I was just playing. I just know nobody has that right now. Oh God.
You talked about your dad a lot. Did football bond you two together, do you think?
Yeah, like just him like getting off work gave me some excitement because I knew I got to like spend time with him. And like the biggest thing is like watching our relationship grow as like, you know, I got older. He just like got to see me like, you know, replicate what he used to do in high school. But then when I got to college, it gave him like an experience, you know, that he didn't really get to enjoy because he didn't get the opportunity. Like he had the opportunity, but he just wanted to go to school. And just watching him like see me like do the stuff I do and all the accomplishments and all the accolades, it just feels great.
So your dad played football, so you came from a football family. What was it like with you growing up with the pressure that your dad also played football? Was there any pressure?
It was pressure because he sent me to his rival, high school. So it was definitely pressure. They was like, why do you not send him to your school? Like, that's your school. And it was just, I knew what he was doing. He was trying to keep me in an environment where I would be not just in the right place at the right time, but like I would learn how to be accountable. I would be ahead of like the learning curve as far as like how to lift like a football player, how to become a football player like in the film room and stuff like that too. So this him watching me like play at his rival school wasn't a big deal in his opinion because he knew it was the best thing for me.
It's a hard decision, but it seems to have worked. What does family mean to you?
It means a lot. Without family, like most people aren't able to land on their 2 feet sometimes. I feel like having family there is the biggest thing because the support system is always going to be unconditional. And like for me, like my daughter, she don't ever have to worry about like having nobody to talk to because I'll always be there. So, and her mother knows that too. So yeah.
Speak about her mother, your girlfriend, and your daughter. How do they touch your heart? What do they mean to you?
Just when I come home, like I can hear them upstairs beating each other up. Nah, it's just funny though, just like how sometimes she'll act like me, but then I can see how she acts like her mom. And then like now, so like during Halloween, she didn't know how to say thank you, so she was just like flying kiss, and she was just giving flying kisses instead of saying trick or treat.
Hey, I would rather get a flying kiss than a trick or treat.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue the tradition of first bite, so let's take our first bite.
Let me get a fry and some chicken.
You're supposed to cheers for the first.
Oh, cheers? That's a little unsanitary though.
Cancel the show.
Here.
No, we're just gonna okay, that's our first bite. We're just doing things a little differently. That's okay. It's okay.
There wasn't a brochure on how to do this.
Right.
My bad.
Okay.
So, but this is good
clear.
though. So, the question.
You talked about your dad sending you to his rival school. So tell us about your time at Bullard High School with the Knights.
First couple years were tough. I didn't make varsity until my junior year. When I did make varsity, I was trying to play corner more than running back, so I was more on the defensive side until the last preseason game, and I played running back. That game I did pretty well, and then after that, my head coach Don Arax was telling me, I want you to be like the workhorse, so I ended up playing just running back full time.
Okay. And being from Fresno, and being a Fresno native, we see that you show love to them. What does the name DeJounte O'Neal mean to you? What about Caleb Kelly and Kendall Milton?
What you know about Tay?
You tell me, I know some too.
Oh my God. No, Tay was like an older brother. Always looked out for me. Even after you graduated, he'd come back and like coach me up. That's why I get like, when people ask if I want to coach, I kind of get it like from people like that like try to inspire you to be great. And they want you to succeed no matter what. And then you said Caleb Kelly. Ah, man. When you talk about, he was like the Prince of Fresno at the time. He could do no wrong. No, that's my guy though. Growing up, I really didn't know him or anything like that. But when I got to high school, he was a 5-star recruit. So, that was his motivation to be, great. Just try to, get where he's at. And we both made it to the next level. But unfortunately, injuries and stuff, stopped his, dream. But he's still, finding ways to have success. And, I'm happy for him. And then you said Kendall Milton. Kendall, I ain't gonna lie. It took me about 2 years to see Kendall in person. I knew about Kendall, but and we worked out at the same spot. It took 2 years to see him in person. When I did, I was like, it's a good kid. I heard about him since his 8th grade year. He had an offer from BYU. I was like, this kid's really gonna be special. You get an offer in 8th grade in Fresno? Sheesh. But he's doing great things up in Georgia. Might get another national championship. Must be nice. Can I get a ring? But nah, great things coming for that kid too.
You said that you guys were together and you didn't meet each other?
We would work out with the same people, but at different times. I would come home during the winter and he'd be gone on a recruiting trip. Okay. So yeah.
What food places did you have back home in Fresno that are top tier Amazing, can't find anywhere else.
Arsenio's.
Tacos?
Everything.
Okay.
Better than Rivas.
Okay.
Better than Roberto's.
Okay.
And I'm not lying. I might tell you a joke, but I'll never tell you a lie. That's copyright. You know who I'm. Hey, whoever is watching, they know. But Arsenio's. I grew up. We had this place called the Elephant Bar.
Okay.
It was cool. We got this thing called AAA.
Fun.
It's like a little hole in the wall. And then it was. I realized it's not a Foster Freeze out here. So that's just a Fresno thing, yeah. That place. It's like a Carl's Jr. you can think of, but like they got the best ice cream cones, dipped chocolate ice cream cones too.
Ooh.
Yeah, perfect. Not like McDonald's. McDonald's, they be messing around at 12 p.m. I mean, 12
Always
a.m.
broken, huh?
Nah, they don't be broken. They just be lazy. I feel it. I can feel it through the little thing, the little speaker box.
You've been in Vegas for about like 5 years now.
Yeah.
What local spots have you found that are worth mentioning?
I love Peppermill. People don't really know about Peppermill. It's kind of like that Pulp Fiction type vibe. Always when I go in there, I'm like, gotta be on the lookout just in case. No, I'm playing. It's really cool though. Old school diner. It's really good though.
Okay.
That was a joke, by the way. Oh God. Let me think of one more place. Trying to think. Local. Oh, Barcode is also good. You know, I went there for the Chato burger. That was one time. And didn't go back since.
Can you explain what's on the Chato burger?
It's just a big burger with a lot of like sauce and everything. I haven't went back because, you know, I only going if the man Chato is going. So I can't go without Chato because I can't order the burger without my man's there. Just, you know, respect for him.
Okay. So it was worth it. It's good.
Oh, it's worth it.
Okay. Staying on the topic of food,
Yeah.
we heard that cornbread is your thing.
Who told you that?
Mika,
Oh my God.
can you tell us a little bit about what makes it so good?
It's this thing called sugar. You put enough sugar in there, it'll taste real good. But there's nothing special about it. I just make it how it is on the box and add a little bit of sugar. Maybe too much sugar. You know, they always talk about me having diabetes because all I do is eat sugar around the house. So I don't understand why that would be a joke. Like, that's a serious matter. Don't manifest that. But I just add a little bit of sugar. Not crazy amount, just a little bit.
Do you put sugar in your spaghetti as well?
That's crazy.
Okay.
Who does that? Which one of y'all do that? Which one of y'all do that?
Anyways, we dug up a little bit, you know, on Thanksgiving, on your Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you know. So since we're close to Thanksgiving, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving related stuff. You quote tweeted something about Thanksgiving dishes, about which one you would leave out, and you chose mac and cheese. Please expand on that and defend yourself.
It's just cheese and noodles. What else can I tell you?
Have you had like baked mac and cheese? That's why.
I haven't even ate my mom's mac and cheese. And that's no disrespect to her, because she can cook.
Okay.
I don't like mac and cheese, I don't like yams. I'm sorry.
Okay, what about regular mac and cheese? Like noodles, cheese, cream, like.
I have to put a gun to my head.
Okay, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Probably the ham or turkey.
Okay.
Really, after that, potatoes and gravy, maybe like some collard greens or something, or cabbage.
What about your sugar pies?
Oh, I love, what is it? Sweet potato pie.
Okay. Switching sports, you're very active on NBA Twitter, with your favorite team being the Lakers. What storylines are you following this year, and what is your NBA hot take?
Well, you know, Russ has been playing better now, so that trade looks more realistic. I like Russ, but it's just not a good fit. And it's kind of like sad to see that they're 2-9 because you see that the defense is there. It's just the offense. They, like LeBron said, they couldn't shoot a penny in the ocean. They had the opportunity.
Okay. Are you a LeBron diehard fan?
Nope.
Okay.
I like Kobe.
Okay.
Always been a Kobe fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Lakers growing up, just that's all you seen on TV. So I like LeBron. I respect what he's done, even though he's been, inconsistent with us. I feel like, just when you think of LeBron, you think of those 9 straight final runs. But like with us, it's hit or miss. It's either we make the playoffs or we don't.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. And staying on this topic, my favorite question.
Yeah.
We saw a retweet of showing the 2 most influential athletes being Allen Iverson and Michael Vick. How do they influence you, and what other athletes influence you?
You remember that picture, that young white male dressed up like Iverson? You can't tell me that's an influencer. Nah, I'm playing. I think Allen Iverson, if you watch like the Muse he made, like he was just a great I think he played baseball too. No, he didn't. That's somebody else. He played basketball and football and went to state in both. Took over, he had some off the field issues in high school and then went to Georgetown. But when you think of Allen Iverson, you see him, if you hear the name and you don't know what he looks like, you're like, oh, he's got to be like some tall, like freakish athlete. But then he's like 6'3" or 6 foot. And you're like, wow, to be able to dominate or at least like have your name up there with one of the, some of the greats. It's just like, how can you measure somebody's heart over the game? You know what I mean? And then like Michael Vick, I think with Michael Vick, the biggest thing with him is he kind of changed like the dynamic at like QB, in my opinion. I know it's tough for you to believe that, but I think Michael Vick is like one of those people like that. He was like our black Superman at first, and like the stuff he did was just amazing. Like you look at Michael Vick, look at what he's inspired. Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, all them type of guys are in the league because of Michael Vick. Even before we had Randall Cunningham too, but it was different. Randall Cunningham was like Doug, super tall. Not everybody's super tall like that. So yeah, I don't know.
Staying on the topic of NFL, you looks like you're a Philly fan. What do you think the Eagles are going to do this season? Is it going to be a perfect season? Are we talking about Super Bowl?
Like they say, 1 week at a time. You can't even put any expectations on your team. I think that's the biggest problem with people in sports. They expect their team to just beat everybody. Or when they played the Texans last week, everybody's like, blowout, blowout. I'm like, the Texans are still an NFL team. There's a bunch of grown men trying to, they have pride too. You think somebody's just gonna let you walk in their house and beat up on them? So I think the biggest thing is 1 week at a time and just stay healthy. That's all you can do.
And getting training with, future NFL prospects and stuff, do you think that it gave you a better understanding of the NFL than the teams as a whole?
Yeah, going into it, I was surprised that NFL players don't lift heavy in the off season. The most they do on squad is 315 probably. And I was doing 500 pounds at UNLV, so that's a big reality check. Or how they do more yoga or therapy or treatment compared to just lifting every day. Mm-hmm. And some people do high intensity workouts, some people do low intensity workouts. It's just what's your niche?
Sure. Staying on the topic of UNLV, for those who don't know, why did you choose UNLV?
UNLV was a chance for my family to come see me play every weekend. It was a school that wanted me at running back. Coach Sanchez was a great recruiter, which is why Gorman was so good, and you could kind of see it with UNLV why we had a lot of great recruits come in. And the biggest thing was I wanted to help rebuild something that has been not seen as a school that's dominant in football. So just wanted to come, change the foundation of the school, and I feel like I kind of did that, now with Coach Arroyo and the team. Almost 2 games away from the bowl game.
And yeah, you said you did a little. Pretty sure you did a little more than just a little. But you go by Chuck Wagon. Who gave you that nickname?
Mark Wallington. He's right down the street. Y'all want to figure out who gave it to me? Is him. Appreciate Mark though, because you know Lex had his name, Lightning Lex. He didn't have to give me a nickname, but I guess it's now a tradition because you got Aiden with the A Train. I'm just thinking like the next person, or like, what about Courtney? What we gonna call Courtney? Cocoa Puff? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. That's my little brother. I can mess around like that. But you know, that was Mark, and he's always creative with like nicknames and stuff. This, you know, something I gotta live with, even though I didn't choose it. But you don't choose your nickname.
But you're the OG, like the OG, you know?
Don't make me feel old now. Just because you about to be 21.
Hey!
Crazy. Must be nice. Get out of bed, you ain't got to stretch or nothing.
Hey, I'm retired, so you know, I do a little stretch.
You did this. All right.
What, you're like, crack, 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 crack.
Yeah, really. Foot pop every morning.
It's that dad's life. You eat shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, especially when the little one's kicking you out the bed. I'm playing a game of, you know, what's the trip wire where people try to balance themselves? I'm like this on the edge of the bed. Don't fall.
We talked a little bit about 2K before this interview, but you have been a part of the Pro-Am Rebels team with some of your teammates. Can you talk a little bit about that?
No. Had some great runs, late nights, a lot of communicating, a lot of arguing, a lot of frustration. You know, the team's kind of on hold right now. You know, everybody's got stuff going right now. And, you know, always looking for a new fight, so we're having tryouts this coming weekend. Just hit my line. Follow me on IG at Chuck8_W. And, you know, we can get a Pro-Am team going. Need some new members. Shoot around is at around 12:30 Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, I'll join.
Bring your controller.
Yeah, I will. Are we doing PlayStation or Xbox? And it was your last season when they introduced the famous slot machine. What experience was that for you guys? Was it fun?
That was my first time gambling in Vegas.
Okay.
I ain't understand the 702. I thought I was about to get like $702, but nothing came out, so I just scored another touchdown. All right, that was a little cocky. Oh, I'm playing.
Despite missing a season due to injury, your career at UNLV is highlighted as one of the best, with you claiming the throne, the king of rushing, setting the rushing yard record for UNLV. Now that it's been some time since you've suited up for the Rebs, how does it feel having that record and you always being remembered as a UNLV legend?
Well, it feels good right now because I know nobody will break it, but I feel like just being here, if I left without doing that, it would have been like pointless, you know, coming back that COVID year. Mm-hmm. And just doing that, just watching like all those great names that I passed, including like Lex, just shows like how much dedication and hard work I did, and it paid off.
So it's nice to see that your hard work, you know, will always have.
It's something like, you know, my family can like always talk about, and just at night when I broke the record, even it was like the smallest run, but like it's still like so like intense and like, you know, I don't know. It was just a crazy night that night.
Just reminiscing. It
was our first win in like over like a year and a half. I wasn't even worried about the rushing record. I was worried about the win. It's the truth. I'm sorry.
We love the honesty. We always see your mom, Emma. You mentioned.
You put our government out there.
Sorry.
Miss Williams.
Miss Williams. Come on, guys. And you mentioned your late grandma, and of course Mika and your daughter Kamaya. How important, we mentioned a little bit, but how important was family support on your journey along with football?
Just like as far as like my mom always making sure I'm good outside of football. Mika always taking care of like, you know, little things, helping with Kamaya. Oh, me helping with Kamaya because she does all the work really. And then my grandma, she was a nurse, so if I ever had like a little boo-boo or a little sting or something like that, she would be able to help me.
And speaking of family, you became a father during your year, at UNLV. How is it being a girl dad?
It's real tough. Can't be too hard on her. But then at the same time, like, I like to be around her, at the right time. I don't want her being around me when I'm playing the game because my sister had that kind of like attachment of now she wants to play the game all the time. Instead of like, doing what she wants to do. Like they, mimic and model whatever they see. So I try to keep her at bay when I'm playing the game and stuff. But then when I do play with her, I'm always laughing. She act like she's not ticklish, but then when I start tickling her, she. So I just try to, be the best dad I can be. But also I want her to feel like what it's like having a sibling too. Because I grew up like only child, and that was like tough. So before my sister was born, that was just real tough. Like those first 9 years, it's just weird. You just in the house by yourself every day. Nobody to talk to. Don't want to talk to your mom and dad. It's like.
We've seen you on the sidelines for UNLV football this year, and you're very active on Twitter, supporting the team and your past teammates. How important it is for you to keep in touch with your UNLV side and teammates?
Well, it's good, like just watching like them practice and everything. You get that coaching type vibe too. Like talking to Courtney, talking to Aiden, even like Spencer, Sammy Green, just talking to them, and then being able to get on people like Doug and Kyle and not having to worry about it biting you in the butt because you don't play with them no more. So like when I get to practice, I can mess with them all I want now.
True.
Just the biggest thing though, when you get out there, it's always about like supporting them and making sure like they understand no matter what, one play doesn't define you and one game doesn't define you. So just keep pushing forward.
I like that. And what does the name Justice Alawusian mean to you?
Always shown.
What does the name? What does the name Justice Alushan?
Big Oli. Big Oli.
What does the name Big O mean to you?
I miss Big Oli. It's hard to see him go. It's hard to see him go. I watched him grow up, like, since he got here, like, because even when he moved out the dorms, he stayed right down the street from me. I took him to practice every day. And then just watching him, like, become a better player each year was amazing. Then when he left, it was, like, real tough because we had journalism class, like, together majority of his sophomore year. And, like, I always used to mess with him. Like, one time, I beat him into my car because I used to take him home. I was like, I'm going home. And he was walking down that little path down the hallway. And I was like, no, I wouldn't do you like that. I picked him up. But he kept making me mad. Like, that's like my little brother. And like, we had those little arguments. I think me and Jose had a class with Justice one time. And it was just, tough to see him leave UNLV. But when he went to Miami, I was like, at least you had a better situation. And it's like benefiting you and you trying to, reach your dreams and stuff like that. And getting to see him play against Bama last year 2 years ago during COVID, that was amazing. I was like, dang, must be nice. You might get an NIL deal just playing that game.
What about the name Jacoby?
Women? That's the 4 for 4. Another one, Jacoby. I used to take care of him too. Well, not like take care of him, but like watch over him and make sure he got to practice on time. I could see it in him that he was like hungry as a freshman. He was like always trying to get better. And like most freshmen, they just want a red shirt, but he was like, I don't want a red shirt. And now you see him at Michigan State doing what he was doing. It's just amazing feeling like watching these kids like live their dream and get closer to the opportunity that they want to make happen for them and their family.
On to the next. You made the Steelers minicamp roster. How was that experience for you?
In those 3 days with Mike Tomlin, I learned like it's just basic principles and rules in life that you go by that help you succeed. And it's not really too much in knowing how to be a man. And what he was saying by that is a man knows how to be accountable, handle his business, take care of others, lead others, and many other things. And if you can't do none of those things, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and think, what do I gotta do to put myself in those categories? And just being out there, I met Mitchell Trubisky like first day. It was like, dang, I'm like sitting right here with the 2nd overall pick in the 2017 draft or 18 draft. And it's just like crazy, like life can get you to the point where you're meeting people that are just successful or even more successful as you. Or like getting the handoff from Kenny Pickett, stuff like that. Like that's just things I won't forget. Seeing Minka Fitzpatrick in the training room and stuff like that, or out there on the field grinding before he got his contract. This shows you like, just because you made it don't mean, you know, it's just, you know, your happy place or whatever. Like you got to keep striving and learn how to be uncomfortable, because people are trying to take your job every day.
What does it mean to be a rebel?
Long nights, working in those dark hours where people not watching, waking up early when most people are asleep.
Okay.
I feel like the biggest thing about being a rebel though is people are always gonna count you out, make you the underdog. So you might as well put that in the back of your head that nobody respects you, and when you go out there, you fighting for the people next to you, and the name on the back and the name on the front. Sounds very cliche right now, but that's the honest truth. But like, when you think of Las Vegas, you think of the Strip, but being a rebel is like, you know, this part of like, you know, Las Vegas, where it's just normal people trying to, you know, work a 9 to 5. Some people trying to just make ends meet. And I feel like being a rebel is like just taking care of the people that support us and making them happy by going out there and trying to win as many games as possible, because, you know, they get up every morning and, you know, they got to do what they got to do to, you know, provide. So the best we can do is give them a show and go out there and win. So I feel like those dudes over there across the street, they're going to make sure that you guys are happy and take care of this community, and they're trying to make, you know, big things happen. And it's like that Dreams and Nightmares song. That's the type of vibe it is. It's just like the come-up song. That's how it feels to be a rebel.
Mic drop. And what do you have to say to fans, future fans, former fans, Rebel Nation? What do you have to say to them after Thanksgiving against Reno rivals?
The game after Thanksgiving?
Which is Reno.
I know.
So say Reno.
But you kind of confused me right
So,
there. You threw Thanksgiving in front of Reno. You don't disrespect Thanksgiving by throwing Reno in front.
Well, you disrespected mac and cheese. The staple dish of Thanksgiving.
Jeez, that hurts. Nah, for the Reno game, you already know what you got to do. You got to show out, because there's going to be a battle. The cannon's involved. Shoot, I might steal it before the game even started. It's going to stay in Vegas somehow. I'm going to put it in Jay's trunk, and we're just going to ride out to Arizona with it.
I do not agree to this. I am not a stealer.
Hey, we're going to go to the other side of the desert. They got to catch us. It's going to be a good game. Our rivals. Just hope, you know, everybody can contain their emotions and stuff and go out there and win it fair and square. Don't let the refs dictate the game. And honestly, the fans, you know how much love and support the Rebels need for that type of game, because people from Reno gonna come down from the north and try to show out. So you got to handle business.
Mm-hmm. There you have it. The Chuck Wagon has spoken.
You didn't say you approved the message.
I don't approve of the stealing message, but I approve of the UNLV support in the stealing. That's all we have.
Thank you for having me too.
You're welcome. That's all we have. Although he didn't do the first bite with us, we still love him, and he's always welcomed at UNLV and on the show. Thank you. Oh my God.
Is that her goofiest one?
Yeah, this is probably like she's laughing all the time.
I'm not gonna lie. soon as that camera cut off, I'm munching. That's it.